Today we will be demonstrating how to make homemade pH paper by using items you can find around the house.
The supplies needed for this experiment are a head of red cabbage, a pot, water, coffee filters, and many household products. Firstly, fill up a pot 3/4 full with water. Afterwards, then add the leaves from a small red cabbage. Then place it on the stove and boil for 30 minutes or until the red pigment is gone from the cabbage. The solution of the water will then become a dark purplish blue.
Well, that means the cabbage is ready. Let's go see how it is. Yeah, it looks like all the pigments came out of the leaves. So let's just strain the leaves out and then we'll be left with the solution. That can be used as a pH indicator. Okay, now we have a solution that looks like this. It's the color of very dark purple and blue, and this is what the indicator looks like.
And then let them stand for half an hour. And after that, you can take them out and dry them off overnight. After the filter papers have been left to dry overnight, they will turn out something like this. Once they are completely dry, you can cut them up into little slices like this so you can test the pH of each solution. If the solution is an acid, the pH paper will turn red. If the solution is a base, it will turn bluish green. So the first solution we're going to try is vinegar. So we're going to dip it in. And it turned. It's like a pinky red color, which means it's an acid. And now we're going to try some Windex. And this one's green, so that's a base. Okay. Now we got lemon juice. And it is also an acid, like the vinegar. And we have some Clean and Revive floor cleaner, which is a base.
There's the pH paper turned. Here's the actual papers. See, this is the purplish paper, the beginning, what we started with. And as you can see, as we tested it with the vinegar, it turned red, like an acid. When we tested it with Windex, it turned green, like as a base should. Lemon juice, it turned red, as an acid. And lastly, a floor cleaner turned bluish green, which represents a base.
Cabbage juice has an indicator pigment called flavin, which is in the category of molecules called anthocyanin. Acids make the paper turn pink and bases make them turn bluish green. It changes color based on the concentration of hydronium ions.
Something called a kPa constant, which represents the ion concentration, relates to the color it turns. When the kPa is equal to the pH, it will be neutral. If the pH is greater than the kPa, a base dominates and it turns green. Once the solution is ionized, it turns the color that represents that energy.
Okay, we decided to test the acidity of this saltwater pool. So the color hasn't really changed, which means that it is neutral.
Making your own pH paper out of cabbage juice relates to the real world because you can use it in many different ways. You can use it to test the acidity of a pool, for example, or you can test it to you can use it to test the acidity of rain to see how dangerous it is.